Baker's Kitchen is proud to partner with the Wounded Warrior Project to ensure that local injured veterans receive the life-changing programs and services they need. Please round up at checkout and we'll match your donation.
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Good evening. It's a brand new look for the Bell Auditorium. After millions of dollars and months of work, the facelift is complete on this major entertainment project. It's been a little more than 10 months now, and you can see just how much progress they made on the outside with new windows and some brickwork.
Just in time, the first big event is set for this Friday, but will it live up to the excitement is the question. Tonight, we're getting a first look inside at the almost $20 million upgrades. Audrey Dickerber joins us live as people get their first look inside.
Yeah, so we're actually in one of the extensions right now. Typically this would be outside, but we're now in here in the air conditioning. It's pretty nice, and there actually was around 100 people that were checking this out with us earlier. If we go right in here, this is actually one of their new speakeasy areas, which is cool. It's a VIP area, actually. You can kind of take a look in here, and so this is one of their additions, which is awesome, but we are definitely very excited for this new change.
You can finally step inside the new Bell Auditorium.
When you walk in the building, you have this grand, beautiful lobby that really takes you back in time. You feel like you're on stage, basically. You're behind the curtain.
Taking just under $20 million to complete it, there's lots of additions to see.
But we modernized it so we could get more use out of the whole building. And I think when people come to a show, you're going to feel it.
Such as a bigger lobby and VIP area, a speakeasy, more bathrooms, dressing rooms, and more.
The artists will come in here now and go, wow. And I think that they'll go back to Nashville or go back wherever they come from and say, you guys need to go play that new Bell Auditorium.
Doing all of this while also preserving the Bell's history.
We're excited. We're excited the Bell's back, and we're going to have some awesome artists in this historic building. We're excited that we were able to preserve the character of the Bell while modernizing for optimal use. And we're proud. We're proud that we were able to deliver on all the promises we made to the Augusta-Richmond County citizens a year ago.
And getting ready for their next project, the JBA.
The project is on time. We're getting everybody hired. We're getting them in place to get started. I think they're decommissioning the building in the month of June.
I'm actually hopped right over into the auditorium, sitting in one of the chairs that actually you could be sitting in this Friday because they're having their first event since it's been renovated since then. So be sure to look for tickets and check that out.
She got there early. She gets a front row seat.
I want a front row seat too. Okay, I think every seat's a good seat.
Audrey Dickerber in a new and improved Bell Auditorium. Can't wait to see it. Thanks so much. The first show, by the way, is coming up Friday. Ben Folds.
Okay, and hopefully many more acts to come too. This is only the start. And as one building opens, another is set to close. Friday, the James Brown Arena will shut its doors as they start to rebuild. You can expect more than 10,000 seats with some luxury areas, a 7th Street promenade, and much more. Right now, your tax dollars are helping fund this project, which was approved back in November.
Out with the old, in with the new there. Right now, we switch to weather. A live look from our camera at I-20 in Grovetown.
And the rest of the week's forecast in just about 10 minutes.
Thanks for that, Riley. New tonight, a 29-year-old is wanted for murder in connection to a deadly nightclub shooting earlier this year. Richmond County deputies say Michael Scott has several warrants on file. He also goes by the name Meat and is known to be around the Basswood Drive neighborhood. He is considered armed and dangerous. And 22-year-old Krishan Martin was killed in that shooting at Club Rain back in January. If you remember, this is the same club whose license was put under probation by city leaders after the deadly shooting. Commissioners eventually removed that probation. Also new, a 19-year-old is wanted in Richmond County in connection to a deadly shooting. Richmond County deputies say Rashawn McAllister Lawrence is known to be in the area around Glen Hills Drive and is also considered armed and dangerous. That shooting happening on Goldfinch Drive November 5th, killing 20-year-old Isaiah McKnight. If you have any information, call deputies. For more than a month now, our I-team has tracked errors and response times with Augusta's Fire Department and 911 call center.
Today, we were hoping to hear from Augusta commissioners on the subject for the first time, but that will have to wait. The topic was pulled from the agenda from today's Public Safety Committee meeting so they could talk about it in a legal meeting first. The I-team uncovered nearly 150 cases where a dispatching error happened. One of those cases was back in October of 2023 when 2 people were killed in a house fire right across the street from a fire station. election. We'll continue to stay on top of this story. To see our full coverage of the issue, go to our website, wrdw.com.
Also new out of committee today, leaders took a step forward in talks for the trash rate. They approved a motion to extend the contract between the city and Georgia Waste Systems from July 1st of this year to December 31st of next year, with a rate of almost $22 per house each month. Keep in mind, this will still need to go in front of the full commission next week for approval.
The summer season is here, and as the heat cranks up, parents are always looking for ways to cool the kids off. There are 3 community pools in Augusta with limited hours. One of those is under renovation. So what options do parents have for the summer months, and how much will it all cost? Sydney Hood with some answers for us.
The lock on Fleming Park's pool opens up in June, but only for a couple of hours and for certain days. The same goes for Jones Pool down the road, and then one outdoor public pool is not even in use. The sweet sound of summer. No school means fun in the sun, but the options are limited.
You know, we pay taxes. These children need to benefit what we pay.
Take the pool at Dias Park, for example. It sits untouched.
And when I see this pool, there's a lot of standing water in there. It's all dirty. That's a hazard right there. Mosquitoes is breeding up in there. A lot of bugs around the area.
It's a sore sight for many.
So I think we need to have someone that care for our pool in this area, like our family shouldn't have to do it all. We need some help.
Back in November, we showed you future plans for Dias Park, a multi-million-dollar project that would involve the removal of the pool. Leaders say the construction should begin before the end of the year.
Folks are utilizing splash pads more than they have been utilizing public pools. That's why we have set aside money for a water park, because we're trying to expand the actual potential that we can provide.
Fleming Park and Jones Pool still have outdoor public pools, but only for certain days and hours. Leaders say the reason ranges from staffing to money.
Now that SPLOST is getting ready to start, and now that we're entering into our budget conversations, we can talk a little bit more about how to fund some of what we expect to see in our city.
And for taxpayers, they're ready for talk to turn into results.
If they have funds for this park coming and they're gonna rebuild it, I just hope they do their best for the community.
Fleming Park's pool will be open Wednesday through Sunday from 1 to 5, and then Jones Pool will be open Tuesday through Friday from 1 to 5. The Augusta Aquatic Center also has an indoor pool that's open from 12 to 4. They are open year-round. In Augusta, Sydney Hood on your side.
And we do have a list of resources for you to keep the kids entertained this summer, from summer camps to splash pads the commissioner just was talking about. Check our website, wrdw.com.
A big check today for a new center at the Children's Hospital of Georgia. Norfolk Southern donated $250,000. It'd go towards a new Kisner Foundation and Friends Center for Pediatric Development, Behavioral Health, and Well-Being. Work on the new center is slated to start in August or September. It could take between 18 months to 2 years.
That will create some new space for developmental behavioral pediatrics and allow us to enhance our child psychiatry services by adding an intensive outpatient program to what they can offer to serve children in our community.
When it's done, the $6 million project will be in the CHOG lobby on the 2nd floor.
Leaders in Thompson making some strides to transform their downtown. For decades, the fire hall was used for all kinds of things, from City Hall to the jail since the 1950s. Now 4 new loft apartments fill that historic space. This marks a milestone for the Thompson community, since it's the first tax credit project that's come to light from federal funding.
For high school seniors, it's not all about where you finish, but where you started. Next on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we're going to show you how one group's graduation wish came true today.
And we did hit the 90s earlier this afternoon, but we are cooling things off just a little bit over the next few days. We'll have that full forecast next.
Time and Temp, brought to you by your First Alert weather team.
Introducing the First Alert Radar Network.
With up to 10 times the resolution of other local radars and technology that can pinpoint right down to your street.
First just got faster.
Is that your new?
Reach over 120 inside that vehicle, so it can be very dangerous, and just always a good reminder to check that back seat this time of year. Quick look at that 7-day forecast. Mostly dry over the next several days, but potentially we could see a stray shower show up by Sunday.
Seniors at Fox Creek got some bad news recently. They learned they wouldn't be able to take part in their elementary senior walk because they aren't in the Aiken County School District anymore.
Right, it's a charter school, but students and South Carolina lawmakers fought for these students to have their moment. And Nick Veland was there when their dreams became reality today.
One foot in front of the other. Different colored caps and gowns, but today graduating seniors stood proud all together as one at Belvedere Elementary.
I mean, it was really nice. It was fun to go and see everybody that we've been in school with and haven't seen it in a while, and it was just cool to reminisce on all the days.
It felt like a whole bunch of weight lifted up off the shoulders because it just felt nice just to walk through and not sitting at home watching everybody else walk through.
At one point, these Fox Creek seniors thought that they'd be on the outside looking in.
At the very beginning, I thought we had a very slim chance of it happening, but watching, like I said, everybody rally behind us, it made us feel like our voices were heard, and then, when everybody's voices rally together, amazing things can happen.
Sharing moments of joy with family, friends, and former teachers. That's Madison Thatcher's inspiration to become a teacher herself.
And we kind of shed some tears because she helped me get to the point where I am today.
All coming together as one to leave a legacy of their own. To them, it wasn't about where you finished. Instead, it was about where you started.
If there's something that you believe in, stand up for it and don't stop working until you put every ounce of being you have into it, and never root against the underdogs.
In North Augusta, Nick Veland on your side.
And really, this is a neat tradition that got to keep going. You can just tell by the smile on their faces.
Yeah.
I mean, they were so excited.
Good
to
for
do
the
this.
little kids, good for those graduating seniors to see too. So it's a win-win.
It really is. And these students also want to thank Aiken County Schools and Fox Creek for being able to come together so everyone could share this moment all together.
Pretty special morning there. One of our local basketball stars selected to play for USA Basketball. It has the latest on Grovetown's Darion Reed next in sports.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
Cars are
Breaking news out of Augusta and News 12 at 6 o'clock. An update on a GBI investigation into the death of a teen at the Youth Development Center over the weekend. The coroner identifying that victim as 17-year-old Ozil Burge.
The coroner goes on to say that the teen collapsed while playing basketball at the YDC Sunday. The sheriff's department says he was taken to Wellstar MCG Health where he died. No foul play is suspected. Today is Menstrual Hygiene Day. One organization is working to break the stigma around period products. Speak Up Sis partnered with the International Menstrual Hygiene Coalition to start a pad bank at the Speak Up Sis Empowerment Center. They need tampons, pads, and feminine hygiene wipes. They also accept deodorant, underwear liners, and feminine wash. These products are then packaged into what's called a dignity kit and given to women and girls in need. Wright says the program targets the growing homeless population in the CSRA.
No girl, no woman should have to figure out whether she's going to use her money for, rent or food for her children, or if she's going to be able to buy pads for the month.
And if you would like to help out, you can donate by taking the products to the center Monday through Friday from 10 to 5, or by shipping the products to the Empowerment Center.
On your sideline.
Do you know how I always talk about how special it is to see our local athletes thrive on the big stage? Well, this is a perfect example. Grovetown basketball star Darion Reed has been selected as one of the 12 players for this year's USA Men's Basketball 18U team. By joining Team USA, Reed continues his young career, which has already been filled with so many amazing accomplishments. According to ESPN's top 100 list of the class of 2024, the Grovetown native is still one of the best players in the country. He's committed to play college ball for Alabama next year. He balled out at Peach Jam, played in the McDonald's All-American game down in Houston, and before all of that, helped a couple of years ago, helped Grovetown win the Class 6A state championship. Speaking of winning state titles, the back-to-back state champion Harlem baseball team, who finished as the 9th-ranked team in the nation, is being honored by Columbia County tonight. I caught up with 7-time state championship winning head coach Jimmy Lewis, who told me this year's team was the most confident group of ball players he's ever seen in his life.
I'm all nervous in the championship series before it starts, and one of them looked at me and he said, what's wrong, Coach? And I said, well, I'm a little nervous, man. I said, it's a championship. He said, what's wrong with you? We're going to win 2 and go to the house. I said, okay, boys, I'm all for that. You win 2 and go to the house, I'll be happy.
Harlem's senior class that graduated this year had an overall record of 128 and 18 in their high school careers, which is just incredible.
Crazy stats right there. Thank you for covering it, Dan. We do have a very high UV index lasting over the next couple of afternoons, so make sure you're protecting yourself from the sun. Another quick look at that 7-day just after the break.
Your safety comes.
Dermatology. For more info, go to evansderm.net.
In case you missed it, the Georgia High School Association has approved rules to allow athletes to profit from their name, image, and likeness, otherwise known as NIL.
More than 30 states have done the same, but as Alyssa Lyons tells us, to this point, South Carolina is not one of them.
Change happens, just like summer turns into fall, whether we like it or not. But change at times can be controlled, even when it comes to young athletes' NIL deals.
You can't do anything and get paid for it. You can't work camps. You can't do anything wearing your school colors or use your school facilities and get paid.
And South Carolina State Legislature was focused on steamrolling any chance of it happening soon. Just this past spring, a bill was introduced prohibiting any use of name, image, or likeness.
They start recruiting and they start using this as a recruiting tool. I just think that's going to cause a wide range of problems. I'm for kids making money. I mean, they got the ability to coach and to give lessons and stuff outside the school facilities. I'm all for it.
For now, it's tabled. So is a twice-a-year transfer window without penalty. One in August, the other in January. While it could create problems, it does solve one.
The worst thing I do as athletic directors, and people want to come to our school and I have to tell them the hard facts that no, you're not going to be eligible. You're going to have to sit out a year. If you're going to be eligible, these are certain things you're going to have to be able to do. That's not fun for me.
A happy medium, that's hard to find. In North Augusta, Alyssa Lyons on your side.
All right, thank you for that, Alyssa. Looking at our SRP park camera, we're checking in on our osprey nest. I can see one just head poking up a little bit right there. I haven't seen the second one show up this afternoon, but she's been calling to him, wondering where he is for dinner time. So hopefully he shows up pretty quick. But we got a warm afternoon. We're still close to 90 out there. If you're heading out for the rest of this evening, temps will be in the 80s and 70s at least through midnight. Looking ahead to our Wednesday, though, morning temps will be comfortable. Most likely wake up close to 60. We're going to see a lot of sunshine again throughout the day tomorrow. And high temps should stay below 90. We'll get close, though. I'd imagine we get close to around 88, 89 for a high temp out there tomorrow. A little bit cooler, though, Thursday and Friday, and still not much rain this forecast over the next 7 days.
Thanks, Riley. Our next live update comes at the top of the hour over on 26 News.
And then come back on News 12 at 11.
At the CBS Evening News, we focus on solutions, finding solutions to help people understand what are the right choices to make for you and